Alrighty, folks, we are back. Back with more Dark Tide for your amusement. So, who are you, what are you, and to celebrate International Left-Handers Day, what's your favourite left-handed thing? Starting with Rowan.
Oh my god. Hi.
Or would you rather I say what's your favourite sinister thing? Because that is technically left-handed.
That's better, yeah. I don't even think I have any left-handed things.
Now I can actually think about spooky shit that I like.
They're very helpful.
It's probably going to sound a little bit odd, but one of my favourite themes in horror is something that shouldn't be living is living. Houses, boats, other architectural anomalies, something in the sand. I love that shit. I love that shit so much. Give me Kitty Horror Show's Anatomy a billion times over. Just the line, there's an important distinction between a dissection and a vivisection, a distinction that appears to be lost on you. This is after a whole pile of tapes talking about the anatomy of a house. Vivisection. You're in the house. It's a horrifying little game.
Spooky.
So who's your character?
My character is Juniper, but this is Holly. Holly is new. And Holly likes being on shoulders.
Adorable.
You picked me up 5 times in 4 minutes. Why are you doing this?
Stop touching me!
Because I can now. It's not even stop touching me. It's, hi, can I have my legs back? Politely requesting to know.
You're interrupting my playtime, Mom.
I want to play. Where's the big cat? Gonna play with the big cat. Don't play with the big cat. Gonna play with the big cat. Juniper is a little cat creature thing of nightmares and claws and knives, just like in real life. I should have said that the other way around.
That's fine.
What was the point of this?
It's fine, honey. Next we have Eden.
Hello, I'm Eden, and I am left-handed, so can I just point at myself and go, I guess I'm my favourite left-handed thing?
Okay. What's your favourite sinister thing?
Being left-handed is a pain in the ass. I can't say left-handed scissors, they're a good time, because nobody's ever got them.
As someone who's ambidextrous, I am naturally left-handed, but I'm right-hand dominant. Because my folks, when I was growing up, went, no, in the right hand. And I was like, okay, because I was a child and no better, but I'm naturally left-handed, but I'm right-hand dominant. Anyway, what's your favourite sinister thing?
My favourite sinister thing? Sinister is one of those things where it's I don't really lean towards being arch and deviant in that respect. It's oh yeah, Sinister 6 from Spider-Man, just for the sake of an answer.
Yeah, fair enough. Amy.
Hello, I'm Amy. I play Ruth Yosef, our Dalish elf healer. Sinister things. I have a few because I did archaeology and bones and creepy things. So bog bodies is one.
I can see the reaction of Rowan.
Oh no, we've had this discussion a few times, and I am a huge fan of a podcast and YouTube channel called The Casual Criminalist, where they have a script of deep dive into some of the weird and wonderful world of serial killers and heists and. Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, that's death, gore, blood. Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Most of the time, yes, good. Bog bodies, no. Never. Never a no.
There are some serial killers that have been covered on this channel that are even I have been they did what?
What was the channel called again?
The Anthill Kids.
I haven't covered that one not yet. No.
Okay, it's a cult. Don't look it up if you're eating. Don't. I'm really not kidding here. When I say impromptu god-related surgeries.
You've got me intrigued now. I'm gonna have to look
Guy
this
thinks
up.
he can do miracle healing, starts making up surgery on the spot while drunk.
Oh, there's a Chinese cult one that's similar to that. So yeah.
Yeah, people lost limbs in this cult on the reg.
Oh god.
Lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, don't look again, do not look it up if you have a weak stomach. I'm not kidding here. I watched
they were
one video
Canadian?
and
Oh
tried.
god, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly in the French part of Canada as well, so.
Right, well, I will look
Makes
that up.
sense.
I will look that up later. Anyway, Tom,
Hello. What was the question again? Sinister things.
who are you? What are you? And what's your favorite sinister thing?
I'm Tom. I am. What am I at the moment? I'm a human still, right?
You're
Yeah,
still Anna, I
human.
believe.
Anna, crossbow, Grey Warden, lifer, that sort of thing. Not dead yet. I'm surprised slightly, but is also a sensible person. So not that surprising.
Anna is your sensible character. Yes.
Have I had one before?
No.
Not really.
No. I
had,
don't think we can. I don't think we can call Jose sensible.
No, he was just. We had Grom, who was, or Grem, whatever.
Grim.
He was just like a meathead. Sorry, any gym buddies out there. Then there was the asshole. Then there was
Gimli.
Gimli, the dwarf.
Gimli was kind of sensible, but not worldly wise. I fear.
No.
He had a youthful naivete about him.
And then there was the bard, who was kind of sensible, but also a bit kind of freaked out by all the butchering that was going on.
Actually, I take that back. I think your bard was the most sensible one because they left.
Yeah, before they could fall.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. I think Anna's probably close second on sensibleness.
Okay.
Because she's a Grey Warden and a lifer, so she ain't going anywhere. She might as well finish what she started. And the sinister thing. What is sinister?
The French.
French aren't that sinister. I wouldn't say sinister. Arrogant twerps, perhaps, but not sinister.
You can say that because you're part French, are you not?
Yeah, well, French raised.
Okay.
My parents aren't French. They're both English. But anyway, sinister things. I don't know. I don't really usually go for sinister. I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever. I can't think of an answer. I'm sorry.
All right.
I have no favorite sinister thing. Left-handed thing, scissors, specifically aviation shears.
Can bees not be considered sinister in some aspects? A sinister buzz.
A sinister bee.
Yeah, I
There
mean,
are
Candyman's
enemies.
a movie that's kind of sinister, I
Yeah.
suppose, and very bee-focused.
Candyman did have
Sinister
Candyman
bee.
did have sinister tones. Yes. The remake was actually really good. Well, I say remake. The sort of modern take on the film was good. It was still referenced the original, but yes.
Modern
I
adaptation.
quite like it for doing that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Is that not the bees part of the film?
no, that's the Wicker Man you're thinking
That's
of.
The Wicker Man with Nicolas
Okay.
Cage. That's
Yeah,
an
I'm-
altogether
Not the
different kind of
bees!
Yeah, that's
the bees.
not the bee.
Bees, they're in my eyes.
Oh, that would be it.
In the bear suit, punching her in the face. What the fuck was that?
It's a very
That
angry
sounds
bee.
like a dickhead on a
It's a very angry bee.
motorbike. Yes.
As a professional beeist, I could confirm that it was in fact an extremely angry bee.
Didn't like being outed in the podcast. All right.
I
Well,
believe he might have an accident soon.
but
Oh.
So bad.
all right. Well, what happened last time?
Man, what did happen last time? You don't remember?
Play video games.
No, I meant
Oh,
last Dark Tide session.
Yeah, I know.
I think I have notes. Was the last time we played the 23rd of July?
Christ,
Was
it
this
may
the
have
time
been.
where we found the note and we realised that Robinson had
Oh, we were having.
girlfriend
We had to decide if we
as
were
a
heading.
sweetheart. And
It was Rupert.
Rupert.
Well, he's changed his name like 5 times already. I don't care. It begins with an R. Yeah, and it turns out his sweetheart was there, and she was very dead. She was extremely dead.
Yes. Did we not have to decide whether to go?
I'm not sure
We
if
were
we
gonna have
decided
to-
or not.
No, we hadn't decided, but we were thinking of either going, because we have no direction, and
Yeah.
we were having to decide whether to go to Orzammar or further into our lay to hide Robin somewhere. We.
Oh yeah, I lost an ear. Well, only briefly.
Wait, you still lost it unless it's been reattached.
Yeah, it was reattached fairly.
Yeah, I think Ruth reattached it for him. Yeah.
Yeah, we had the vision of Orzammar under attack, if memory serves.
Yes.
And that begged questions of like, do we want to jump into the mouth of danger, or are we going to run from it?
See, now, Anna here would be of 2 minds. Because on the one hand, yeah, a Grey Warden fights Darkspawn. And if there's a Darkspawn incursion at Orzammar, then sensible thing number 1, go and deal with it. Well, on the other hand, she has been given a direct order to keep Brandy safe. And so, a bit of conflict there. Which sort of set of orders takes precedence? The sort of creed of the Grey Wardens, or the direct order from Yevon?
So I'll just give a thing about Orzammar. Orzammar has like the ability, is a city as well. It's an underground city, so we could have the king lock Robin up as a favor and keep him safe in Orzammar while we deal with the Grey Warden thing. So that's an option.
I like the sound of
for
that.
Dan, for Anna, that kind of thing. But it's up to we just haven't decided if we're gonna go there or not. And
Yeah.
I think we were gonna leave it until Rowan came back. That's
Yeah, we want a
Alright.
unanimous decision.
Alright, well, we will continue from there then. So you left the house that would caught fire, and you found all those things, and you
Oh yeah.
burnt all
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff from the book that you found.
Yeah.
And the place smelled very strong of the burning perfume, which was rousing poor Rupert from his sleep to repeatedly say the word Annabella over and over again.
sorry. We didn't kill her.
We didn't burn him!
We didn't. She was dead when we got here.
Yeah.
So, yes, you carry along the road. After a while, the cart stops, and Manny leans down to all of you and goes, "There's a roadblock here. What am I meant to do?"
What do you mean a roadblock?
Yeah, what kind? Are there men
You-
blocking the road, or is it just something in the way?
You look out, and there is a very crudely made like barrier across the road, with a very small sign on it saying "Danger, Corpse Stealers."
Well, that sounds
Corpse
fun.
stealers. Well, it's a good thing we
Can I
don't
run
have
out and
any
kick down the
corpses.
sign? Judy's gonna run out and kick down the sign.
You run over, you kick the sign, it just falls flat on the ground. Yeah.
Well, that was boring. Corpse stealers. Wonderful.
I have flashbacks. I have flashbacks to those idiot thieves in the road.
I'm getting flashbacks. I can't show it because my character wasn't around at that point. But I'm
Ruth's
getting
gonna-
so many flashbacks to those idiots.
Ruth's just gonna look at Wraith and just be like, "Are you having the same spot of deja vu as I am?"
Yes, and if it's anything like the last time we got stopped in the road like this, we don't have time for these fools. I think it might be a bit drastic, but should we just blow up this barricade and keep on going?
I was going to suggest maybe testing it for traps firstly.
Well, yes, that's
But
fair.
then if we're going to blow it up from a distance, then we probably kill whatever booby trap from a distance is fine.
Well, this is assuming the bridge can take an assault.
All right. While you guys are discussing this, I'm going to go forwards. And is there a skill that would assist in lockpicking? Not lockpicking, like trap finding. Because I've got a handful of
probably awareness.
awareness. Okay. I would like to approach it with due caution and roll for awareness.
Okay.
Is it dot? I think it's dot.
It's dot D20, I believe.
3. 23.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god! What is
yes.
with this dice ball absolutely loves
That's
me.
the same score you got last time.
It is.
It's worrying.
Natural 20 plus 3. My
yeah,
god.
okay. So you go looking for traps. You find there was one single piece of wire wrapped around one end of the barrier, and it leads down, and it looks like it leads to it leads inside a nearby tree. And as you
Inside
sort
a
of
tree?
look around the tree, you see on the back there is some sort of large hatch on the back of the tree.
I so want to roll stealth to see if I can open that hatch without whoever's inside noticing. I really, really, really want to do that. So badly.
Do it then.
I'd just be like, boo. Oh my god. He's... I kind of want to tell you guys there's a... Okay, I'm going to follow that wire, but mine that there's a tripwire. Can I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys understand if I mimed tripwire?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the
do you want me
mime
to
for tripwire? Could you just use your words so that people who listen to this podcast can understand?
Yes, sorry, I hadn't occurred to me. The mime for tripwire is me holding out one hand in front of me, index finger extended, and then walking my middle and index finger on my right hand towards the outstretched finger, and then tripping, as it were, over that finger.
Right. Okay.
And now, what am I rolling against? Stealth. What's that? +5. Watch this now be a natural 1 after all the good things. Oh, hang
You
on, I
forgot
forgot
the
the dot.
You forgot the dot.
Keep it.
22. All right. Yes, you follow it round. You loosen the bottom sort of part of the hatch. You loosen the screws at the top. You just lift the hatch off. Inside, packed very heavily, is a lot of black powder.
Oh.
Ooh. Maybe a good job we didn't blow it up then.
Just a bit.
Well, I've always thought a keg of black powder could be quite useful.
I mean, the warning corpse dealers thing was probably a trap to get us to go up to it anyway, so... Like, oh, this is a crap barricade, let's just blow it up, kind of thing. It probably was something like that.
Why does how close is this tree? Is it close, or is it quite a distance away?
It's about... Judging
Like,
by
if it
the
went
height,
off,
judging
would you
by
be
the height,
affected by you on the road?
judging by the height of the tree and how densely packed the black powder is, it looks like if you'd broken the barrier, the tree would have fallen to create another barrier.
Fair enough. So it's okay. So because I was wondering is it like designed to be like a crude anti-personnel mine, like but I guess if it's depends how it's being packed and how far away it is and in what direction it'll blow. All right. Well, I guess I will carefully put the hatch down, wander back to the cart and see. There's an entire tree packed to the brim with black powder over there. So watch your step.
Oh, well, I'll hold off on launching any fireballs then.
Yes.
Better think twice about that plan. Well,
Slightly more competent than last time.
Last
I've been
time.
wondering about
I
that
wanna
sign. I'm wondering if that's a warning to corpse stealers or a warning that there are corpse stealers around. I'm not quite sure.
I think it's just a red herring.
Well, if nothing else, we should keep our eyes open in case anybody looks like they might be going to ground and somebody sneaks out of the bushes to scurry away with them or something.
I see. Lore Master, I have a question.
Yes.
Is Corpse Stealer a thing, like a type of darkspawn, or is this just a gravedigger type thing?
There are like mages among the darkspawn, so you could have a necromancer, darkspawn.
Oh god, a smart darkspawn.
Yes, the mage darkspawn are usually the smarter of the darkspawn, and they are the ones that usually lead like a battalion or a group usually. So that it's usually best to take out the mage first when you're dealing with the if there's one among them.
Mogus.
Yeah, because they basically can bark orders to the others.
They get a +1 on their dice rolls if they've got a mage nearby. My god.
Probably.
You have had 2 play sessions with Juniper and you're already trying to go for my... What is this cat? Juniper isn't.
But you could have like grave robbers and stuff.
Yeah, grave robbers sounds
And you
more
can
likely.
and you can have normal like everyday necromancers, but
Garden
like normal,
variety.
normal mage necromancers, but not specifically like corpse stealing. They will like harvest things out of corpses for like potions
So it's
stuff.
okay. So there's no like corpse stealer class, as
No.
it were, of darkspawn or monster. It's either a person or a necromancer,
Yeah,
or a darkspawn necromancer.
yeah. Though, actually,
I don't like that laugh.
yeah. There are creatures called brood mothers.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Yeah, nobody likes no. Basically, it's a giant tit monster. It's ugly. It's disgusting, and they feed on like the dead. They do feed on the dead, and they birth more darkspawn. So there are those, but they are usually in the deep. But they're usually in the deep roads. They're not usually like on the surface because the darkspawn would heavily protect them because it's basically a bit like a queen kind of thing. But
Not like Elizabeth II.
no.
More like the hive of a beehive queen.
Yeah. So there are those, but they're usually in the deep roads. You wouldn't find them on the surface.
Yeah, why
usually.
would you have them just out
Yeah.
there? Wouldn't make
Yeah,
sense.
you wouldn't have them out in the open.
Okay. So it's either garden variety grave robbers or necromancers.
Yeah. I'm gonna find a picture of a brood mother and I'll put it in the chat, and then you can.
I like how, I must say, I noticed how you specifically avoided saying nobody likes them. You said nobody, and then carried on. And as soon as you finished your sentence with a description of what they are, I was like, I see exactly why you held off on saying everyone hates them. Because there's going to be at least someone who looks at it and thinks, God, blimey.
You'll understand in a minute.
There are weirdos all over the planet.
I've got the vaguest recollection of what it looked like playing this game years ago, and now I'm looking at it again. It's like, oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the stuff of nightmares.
This actually goes well with your sinister. If I think about it,
sinister.
What were we talking about then?
brood mothers.
Oh, brood mothers, yes.
I'm trying to think. Dark Tide. There we go. I hope this works.
Hope this
But
works.
yeah, apologies for that. There was someone downstairs shouting that there's a food box left here, and apparently my actual neighbour is dealing with it, which involves lots of profanity and the words, "It's my fucking neighbour upstairs. The delivery company won't fucking ring anyone else. They'll just leave it outside." And I've never heard my neighbour across from me swear that much. So I think she's pretty annoyed with it, so I'm just going to let her deal with it. It's nothing to do with me.
Better off out of it.
There you go,
Bread
Tom.
Brothers.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Look at those massive arms.
Yes, that's
Those
where
are
the eyes go.
arms.
The arms. Yes, the arms.
I'm more I look at that and I think that abdomen. That's definitely a queen from a beehive with an abdomen like that.
Hmm.
That seems like it would have a name like birthing sac.
I mean, that's probably accurate.
Yeah, yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, it's certainly sinister.
Yeah, it's certainly sinister.
So, what are you doing
Sinister.
about this tree?
Well, I'd like to see if we've got any little barrels or small boxes or something, just so we got something that packs a bit of a punch. And I'm gonna take some of it and put it in. And then I suggest we carefully avoid the barricade and carry on our way, keeping an eye out for necromancers.
Well,
or-
we can't get through because of the barrier. So there's no other pathway. There's no other place for the cart to go except either back or through.
Yeah. We could
could
try and
defuse it.
disarm it all, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could disarm it all. Though,
But let's keep some of that powder first, you know.
yeah. Oh, we could take the powder. We could take some of the powder.
Do we have any buckets, barrels, boxes, crates on board?
You've got a bath.
No.
A
No,
bath full of blank powder.
not the tub.
Wouldn't it already be like in boxes? Like, I
Yeah,
can't
can
imagine.
we not just take that barrel that it's in once we disarm it?
Yeah.
Or is it literally just loose?
Well,
Actually, yeah.
it looks like
it's
it's a barrel in the middle and there's more of it just packed around it.
Oh, okay. So we just take the barrel that's in the middle and leave
Take the
all.
barrel, disarm the tripwire, and carry on, keeping an eye out for corpse stealers.
Okay. So you take the barrel, or you just chuck it on the back of the cart?
Well, we're not going
Um,
to chuck it anywhere. We're going to carefully place it on the back of the card.
I'm hesitant to even have it in the back, have it in the car. I'm quite, but then it makes it a target if it's like on the outside.
You want it as deeply
Yeah.
insulated as possible.
This is true.
I think his reticence suggested the Wraith would be like, well, if we turn the tub upside down, put it on top, then even if we're struck by fire or something, that surely that would stop anything errant getting to this black powder, and at the very least it would stop a disaster from happening.
Good thought, that man.
Yes. Though we might want to take Robin out of the
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was
Light in the fresh air.
it's alright.
fuck's sake.
Ruth, I'll just put him to sleep.
1 second. Sorry, folks.
No.
It's alright. We can discuss what to do with Robin.
I'll just put him back to sleep.
We are going towards somewhere, aren't we?
We haven't decided.
Are we not?
Decided? No.
Still on the road, yeah.
We're still
Just
on the road.
Going in the direction we were going.
We're like.
I think we should be headed for Orsamar.
I
There's
think
clearly
it's probably
something
the
happening there.
natural. Yeah, there's clearly something going on there because the Vints are all talking about it. So that kind of makes me very suspicious if the Vints are getting involved with Orzammar because Orzamar's
Present company accepted, of course.
yeah the Orzamar's the main supplier of lyrium. Even if the city is closed off, there's still like tunnels, and things
Outposts
to-
and mines
outposts.
and
Well, there'll still be
tunnels,
ways
yeah.
for folk to get to smuggle things out.
yeah, there always is.
Yeah. But I know Pete had said that Orzammar had closed its doors, and because it's in Ferelden, it was a bit nobody was really sure if you could get to it or not, because Ferelden had been overrun. But because it's in the mountains as well, it's got a bit more protection. So
It's kind of, I guess, it's basically what's going on is an asymmetrical war, and so as it's a war, the lines are going to move back and forth a bit. So I guess the pressure sometimes mounts against Orsamar and sometimes doesn't.
yeah,
I think it's probably, you're right. It's the natural path to take to go to Orsamar. But first we've got to deal with this barrel and the roadblock and all that nonsense.
Apologies
guess
for that. It's
It's alright.
the neighbour, the person downstairs that was doing the shouting, buzzed my door instead of my neighbour because she thought that was the flat that they were in.
Hey.
So they've asked, can you let me in so I can continue my argument? And I went, no. Hung the phone back up.
Totally fair.
So yes, anyway, we'll carry on. But yes, so what are you doing about this barricade now?
So we're gonna disarm it,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna take the barrel, and put it under the tub.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put Robin to sleep. Because no, we can't be dealing with that.
As
We can't
in
be dealing with it.
put to
As in,
sleep, or as
No,
in...
no, no. I knew you were gonna ask that.
Sleeping with the fishes.
Shopping.
He's going to have a nice snooze for 8 hours. That's
I
it.
see.
He's not going to be
He's not going to be put down.
not snapping his neck. Yeah,
He's going to have a sleep.
He's not going to
He's
think
gonna
of the
have a sleep.
bunnies.
No, he's not going to.
The bunnies. Oh.
And we're gonna
The
secure
bunnies,
the,
George. The bunnies.
the powder underneath
Poor
the tub.
George.
So we've got a little bit of insulation from any fire attacks. If anyone shoots at our cart.
As they're wont to do.
As they might, yes.
As happens on an unfortunately frequent basis.
Mhm.
When we flee.
So, are you disarming the barricade?
Yes.
What are you doing to disarm the
Carefully.
barricade?
We're gonna find the counterpoints and just neutralize them. I don't know. I'm not a
If
rogue.
there is a wire, just
All right, I'll
cut
deal
it.
with it. If there's the wire, what mechanism does it lead to, and what mechanism does it lead from?
It just seems to lead into a small. There's a small box underneath the barricade itself, and then that has the long wire that leads from that to the tree.
Okay. Is the filament rough, coarse, like it's gritty? For instance, if it's been soaked in powder.
The box itself looks incredibly clean. It feels incredibly clean. And as you sort of lean down to listen to it, you hear the sound of ticking.
Is it magical of nature, or is? Because I know immediately that that's clockwork. And if it's clockwork, then it's probably counting down. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just counting and keeping time. But I don't know if Anna would know that. Can I feel any magic? I mean, I don't know that. I'm not a mage, am I? Can one of you twos feel any magic coming off it?
I'll come over. Ruth's kind of curious. He kind of likes those kind of like contraptions. It's like, ooh, interesting.
Till it blows your head off.
AJ just posted a response to that picture and I just saw it.
Oh, AJ.
Oh,
Self-deprecation is real.
Oh. What am I using? Is it awareness?
I know. Depends what you're doing.
I'm helping.
Investigating
Oh, man.
the box.
Arcana check even.
Yeah.
19.
90. Yes, you feel around for any kind of magic. It doesn't feel magical at all.
No magic.
It has a quite calming ticking sound coming from it.
It's quite soothing, actually.
That's nice.
It's not sinister at all.
All right then. I am going to. How far away is the tree again?
About 5 meters.
And we've taken out the barrel, so the majority of the. And if we've left the vent off, a lot of the blast will sort of go back out rather than forwards. It's still a bit of a risk, but I think we can probably take it. All right.
I think
I'm
we
going...
should just take a long step back, set it off, and just let it do its thing.
Yeah, it's
That would
probably
be
the best
sensible.
idea. Yeah, we
Yeah.
probably could just take like 20 paces back with the cart, and then do what we did.
Does
do
the
what
box
we
have a
did.
lid, or is it sealed?
It looks like it's got a sort of casing over the top of it rather than sealed.
Okay.
We could leave a
Okay.
trail of gunpowder and just light that, and then let it.
Yeah, scoop a couple handfuls out the tree.
Yeah.
Just. It needs to
And-
kind of be enclosed though to do a bang, doesn't it? Otherwise, it just goes poof, like those old-timey photographers.
That might be better for us if it does that and doesn't then block
Yeah.
the road with the tree.
Yeah, and also we don't alert anybody that we've triggered the trap.
True.
It might just set a big fire.
That's fine. We've set
Might
fires.
draw attention in
It's
another
fine.
way.
It's
but-
fine.
We've set plenty of fires in forests before. When has it ever gone wrong?
And Ruth's got.
funny.
I have a, Ruth has an ice staff, so I can.
Just ice it.
Yeah.
Okay then, a trail of gunpowder lit from a distance sounds like the plan.
Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get busy.
Or just shoot a fireball at it.
Given Wraith's aim in previous instances, I think that the trail of gunpowder might be
Given the
the
success
safer
rate,
option.
given the success rate of the last time we
Yeah.
did the gunpowder.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
We yanked Anna all the way out. We-
No, the last time we used gunpowder was in that field with the guy
Oh,
who'd
the
gone a bit
coal.
loopy,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where we left a
But-
crater.
Yeah. Yeah.
and the dude at the center of the pit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that time.
Which was actually, honestly, didn't end up all that terribly because the red lyrium that was there was like scattered so finely on account of the enormous explosion / temporary sun we created that it was actually all right. Although we did lose the guy, whatever his name was, which is a
Grey
bit sad,
Warden.
but
The Grey Warden.
he had reached the end.
Oh, Beppis, yeah.
Beppis. Yeah.
That was it.
Shall we let's get this, scoop up some, and do the little trail. Manny, move the cart. At least 20, 30 paces at least.
Oh,
Not as far away.
alright. So
What's the pace? He says.
you move the cart. You are now, let's say, 30 paces away from the barrier. 40 paces away from the barrier. What do you want to do?
Light the trail. I assume.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Okay.
I'll point
So-
the staff down at it and just do a little
Get ready with some water
fire around
just
the
in
end of it or
case.
something.
Yeah, Ruth's gonna have his ice staff ready. Just
Got a bucket of water from somewhere.
You spark the gunpowder. It shoofs really quickly along the line. It
Makes sense.
runs up to the box. The sort of pleasant ticking stops, and you hear a series of clicks and whistles followed by a loud whirring.
Okay. Need cause for concern yet?
Can I hear where it's coming from? With me cat ears.
It's just coming from the box, from the barrier.
Has the fuse burnt to the point that it's like logically it should have blown up according to what we thought was going to happen?
Yep.
Okay. Peering over and listening to the noises. Well, that's rather unusual. There was more than enough black powder in there to send the whole thing up, right?
yeah.
Whatever you do, don't go and investigate it.
No.
Is it
lose.
magical?
That's how you lose parts of yourself.
No,
Yes.
the box isn't magical.
No.
Far too many people coming in with fireworks injuries during the celebratory periods. I've certainly seen my fair share of people that went back to check. Bad idea.
Should we back up a bit more?
I don't know.
It's just
Julie's
slowly
gonna
start
back up a
backing
bit
away.
more.
Not sure what's going to happen, but I don't think we should be close.
No.
The whirring continues, getting more and more whiny as it carries on, and then it seems to sort of go, and it just slowly starts slowing down, and then it just stops with a loud, or click, because it can't show up in Discord. But yes, it starts with a very loud click, and then there's total silence.
I'm going to hiss at it.
So now what?
Can I? Do we shoot maybe an arcane bolt or something into like the actual like barricade to see if that triggers anything?
Well, if whatever it was has been triggered, then the barrier ostensibly could be destroyed now without causing, presumably, anything else. So maybe we just try and destroy the barrier and run for the hills and see what happens.
Everybody stand on the cart, ready to flee. Manny, turn the cart around to face the other direction, just in case we need to run.
Okay.
And let off a firebolt on the back.
Jesus Christ, you can really tell the whole party has PTSD last time.
Just caution. So much caution.
Caution, don't get close. Scary thing.
Don't mess with
It's a
fireworks.
roadblock. No fireballs.
So you fire. Is it an arcane bolt or a firebolt you fire across?
I think Wraith's gonna go for a firebolt.
Yes, yeah, I'll do a
You
fireball.
shoot a firebolt. There's the fire itself seems to be a bit more extravagant than you remember when it hits. It goes proper, and then the barricade just very pathetically just falls over and lands on the ground.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yes, but at least it didn't really blow up. On that note, Manny, ready the horses?
Do we want to just run through it as fast as we can?
I think so. Just keep an eyes peeled to the sides of the road as we go. Like, presumably we've let somebody know what's going on here, but if we move fast, maybe they won't get us.
True. The quicker we go through, the quicker we can get away from here.
Just stampede, full pelt.
Full horsepower!
Oh, all right.
Do you want to add the cat horse to the cart?
So you.
Do I have the roll?
No, you can add the cat horse, no problem. You know what you're doing with it. So you charge through the barrier at speed, and after about 4 or 5 minutes, you come to a very small, what looks like a small hamlet. In the middle of it seems to be a small church, and there's a bunch of houses. All of them seem deserted. Next to the church is a quite. It's about the same size the church itself as a sort of fenced off area with a very old, dilapidated looking gate on the front of it.
What time of day is it?
It's about midday.
Okay. Any indication of any movement or occupancy in the church?
There's no sign of life anywhere around.
Can I smell anyone? As my nose is lengthened into a horse snout, I should be better at this.
That's very true. You
Is that
sniff.
how that works?
You sniff around, but you don't smell anything
Typically.
out of the ordinary.
Generally speaking, the bigger the nose, the more smelling region.
Is there a building that's obviously a tavern or anything?
There is what looks like a small inn.
Just gonna look in, pop my head in.
You pop your head in, it's full of a thick layer of dust.
I'm gonna go round the back of the bar. Is there anything in the bar?
There's a bunch of bottles just lying around, again covered in a thick layer of dust.
I'm gonna find all the rum.
Just the rum?
And take that. Yep, just the rum.
Okay.
This drinking habit of yours is getting a bit far.
To be fair, Ruth has not had drink since he got his himself made whole. So it has been a while.
think at the same time as you're doing this, Wraith, thinking about the corpse stealer factor, has walked over towards the church and is looking for, like, is there a graveyard attached to it?
Yes, the sort of area next to the church seems to be. You look inside, and there seems to be like about 8 or 9 rows of graves. And as you sort of peer inside, you notice that in front of each grave seems to be a massive hole.
Oh dear. Wraith will quickly hurry off towards the others. I don't know if everybody went to the bar or not, but we'll grab everybody. But that talk of corpse stealers, there's a graveyard over there, and there are no corpses in it. So I get the feeling that, well, that sign might have been both for the grave stealers and warning us that there were grave stealers.
Do we still have an undead horse?
You do still have an undead horse, yes.
Right, I'm a cat horse right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping an eye out for our horrible dead horse.
Yeah, because they might try and steal.
Yeah. And then we don't have our fancy cart anymore.
No,
No,
because
it's not so much a corpse as a skeleton at this point, really. If they want the flesh, then they won't be interested, but you're not wrong. They might want the bones and the marrow.
Oh, just for the manual labor. Whatever they're using these corpses for. Might not just be for the marrow and the bones. It might actually be for putting them to work.
But there's nobody around.
Might not be working here.
Yes, it's looking. What's the size of this place? Are we kind of like in the middle of a bunch of buildings? Kind
It's
of a deal, like
about
in the town square?
like 4 to 6 building hamlet. There's the church, there's the inn, there's a bunch of. There's one place that looks like some sort of blacksmith shop, and then the rest just looks like general housing.
Well, there's nobody. Ruth's got all the rum. We could probably stock up on anything, see if there's anything that we can. Nobody's using it. We might as well take it because we can sell it for later on.
That's looting.
Anna, you're a Grey Warden.
Yeah, I know.
You do worse.
Every day in the shitter. Right.
You do worse.
I'm guessing no one's been in the town for a while because of the dust. Like, this got abandoned probably before the graveyards.
Or they all died, and the
They
maybe
got
just-
corpsed.
then
Exploiting the remains.
yeah. Yeah, Ruth's just gonna go through, go back into the inn and just see if there's any like money or food or anything that we can take.
You go into the kitchens. You look through. There's a bunch of dried food that seems relatively fine.
We won't need to buy supplies.
Don't we still have that chest full of gold?
Yeah.
I don't think food or money is a concern anymore.
As we all disperse again, I think Wraith will go back off to the church itself and poke his head around inside there to see if there's anything in there.
You wander around the church itself again. There's a very thick layer of dust, and all inside, basically everything inside. There is a quite large statue of Andraste inside, but that's really the only thing of use, of value. As you get close and look at the statue, it does seem to be cracked in certain places, but it does seem to be made of slightly better quality metal than you'd expect, especially for somewhere this kind of small and out of the way.
Okay. I'll wander back out and recount that to whoever's milling about and see if anybody else has found anything.
That's what I think. Amy and Rowan are BRB. What's Anna doing then?
I don't know. Not really sure yet. Not enough information to make a decision, I guess. There's. We have. No, we don't. We're going to pick a house at random and investigate, I think.
Okay. You walk up to a random door. You push to see if it's locked, and the door just swings open. Again, there's a massive thick layer of dust.
Lovely. Have a quick scout about, looking for paper or signs of a struggle, signs when the place might have last been inhabited or what might have happened here. Not really interested in anything else.
There are a couple of knickknacks that you would associate with someone staying here, but they are coated in such a thick layer of dust that they could have been here for years or weeks or anything. You don't really know how long it's been.
New drinking game. Take a shot every time Pups is a thick layer of dust. I don't know. I'm at a loss here.
Well, if there's no other ideas for things to look at, Wraith, I think, will go back to the graveyard and check the graves a bit more closely and try and get a sense of, was it shovels that brought the dirt up, or is there signs of scrabbling at the ground or anything like that?
As you move to the edge of the first row of graves and peer in, the edges look incredibly neatly like the dirt looks incredibly neatly removed, and as you sort of peer in, you see sort of the bottom half of a coffin. It's basically the coffin without the lid, and you see like a handful of stuff just lying on top of it. It looks like some sort of pajama-like clothing and several shining pieces of jewellery.
Not wanting to get into the grave himself, he's going to shout over to Anna and Ruth if they've come outside. Oh, there's something in one of the graves over here. It might be something valuable.
Okay, I'll wander over.
Ruth's gonna meander over as well.
Okay, so you both look in the grave that Wraith's pointing to, and then you look in the next grave along and see it's exactly the same. There's a coffin just been left lying open with what looks like personal effects left inside the coffin. And as you look through all the graves in this graveyard, they all seem to have the same.
Robbers normally take the that sort of stuff.
Is the jewellery all the same,
No.
or is it all? Are they all different?
They're all different.
They're all different. Okay. So it's nothing like, it's not like a ceremonial thing or anything. But also, my brain is just like, we take that and we're cursing ourselves. I don't really want to.
I don't think we should really take from
So
the dead.
there's about, let's say, 70 graves, and all of them have the same. They've all been completely, very neatly dug up. The coffin is lying in the bottom of them with personal effects, and some of them are different. Some of them have, like, swords and sort of workman tools and stuff left with it. So it all seems to be different person have different things, or different grave has different things in this case.
Like, it goes to their occupation kind of thing. So like, if they had a hammer, they were maybe a builder.
And the graves are all marked with names.
Okay. Are any of them dated? Can we find out which one was like the last to be buried? When they were buried?
The last one to be buried, you sort of look through them after a while, and you find the last one to be buried was about 7 years ago.
That's a long time. Yeah.
And it says below the name the words innkeeper.
Okay.
No prizes for guessing what his job was.
I do have to wonder about these corpse stealers and why they want the bodies. It's like they've dug them up and then stripped them off. But as you said, the valuables is most often the reason why people would take a body, and I've heard of other morticians, the less unscrupulous sorts, stealing cadavers to work on, but not at this level. There's 70 graves out here. I can't imagine anybody needing that amount of homework.
Also, Amy, you said you don't steal from the dead. What do you think looting is?
But not the corpse, the grave. Great.
I think what you mean is you don't steal from the undead.
The undead, yes.
Have you got a flag?
Dear. But yeah, it's probably something magical and horrible, and if the bodies are still around, shall we say, they're probably quite desiccated and at least easy to burn.
Yeah. I'm not
Looking-
keen on taking the jewellery because, yeah, curse. All I think is black pearl and curse.
Again, looking at the ground, like, if 70 graves have been dug up, is there a sense of ground being more worn from a large number of bodies moving through? Is there an indication of that these things have gotten up and walked away, potentially?
the ground seems relatively undisturbed, and it seems
That would have been years ago, though.
yeah, nothing seems to grow. It seems just to be sort of just plain dirt all the way along, and there's no, apart from your own footprints, which as you sort of walk in are your footprints seem to go quite deep into the dirt, so you can follow easily where you've been, but there's no other footprints anywhere else around.
Just don't bite that.
Outside of the sort of ring of buildings, like, are we in a clearing? What's the lay of the land just outside?
You're in a small hamlet amongst there's like two hills behind you, one on the sort of basically like back left, back right of the village. So like behind the inn, there's like a massive hill, and behind the church there's another massive hill. So you seem to be protected from the wind, and yeah. And as you go further away, it's quite a lot of forest land.
No, don't play with the ashtray.
I suppose it's a sort of desperation. I'm going to try and detect magic while we're kind of in the graveyard, just to see if there's anything remnants-wise, or if anything's happened there.
Oh, Holly.
Do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, if you could.
Oh dear.
Cool.
What did you do?
Oh,
gosh.
What's the cat done?
Oh, well, she's currently sitting on the keyboard, but she's so light, I thought it would be fine. You're coming out of my speakers, and I think flight mode briefly turned on.
I got a 22.
I could just lift her off, but she's so cute, I kind of don't want to.
Alright, so you look around, you feel something magical, and as you sort of follow the sense of magic, you find a grave in the third row, and as you look into the grave, something magical is coming from the sort of artifacts in the open grave.
Oh, there's something down here. Does it? Who wants to volunteer to jump in? I'll help pull you out, but I'm not really feeling like getting my robes dirty again.
I'll do it.
Thank you, Anna.
Jump in.
Okay. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna just pick up the stuff that's there? Are you gonna pick up one at a time? What are you gonna do?
I'll probably. Are there any clothes?
Yes.
There's clothes in there.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll pick up the. What kind of clothes is it? Fine.
You
Just
pick it up and it
rags?
looks like sort of general sort of like simple workers' clothes, like farmers'
Generic
clothes.
peasant garb.
Yeah, like
generic peasant garb number 3, I think. All right. Well, I guess I'll sort of nudge everything into it and sort of tie it in a bundle.
Okay. So you nudge everything into it. Are you taking that back out the hole?
Yeah. I'll sort of pass it up, and then I scramble out.
Okay.
Cool. Rachel will be the one to take it off of you.
But I don't want to touch it with my bare hands, just in case it's any funky magic stuff.
Yeah, I'll open up.
So I've nudged it, carefully nudging it with my boot, and then into the clothing, and then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll carefully open up the bundle and examine what have we got.
Okay. You open up the clothes and immediately there's a very light smell of lavender hits your nose. And as you look through the items, there's like a very simple like leather entwined bracelet. There's a very small, looks like a handle for some kind of shovel, and there is a very delicate looking red gem.
Okay.
Is
Can
it
I
a
sense
red gem?
anything specific about where the magic is emanating from? Now it's closer. Which particular item?
It seems to be coming from the red gem.
Okay, we're just gonna lie on it, are we? Let me just take a photo. Sorry, I'm kind of
Trying to think
distracted.
abilities-wise, like in Dragon Age, is it possible to really know more without handling the thing?
It would give off a specific like aura, kind of like blue lyrium gives off a kind of like all mages can sense it. But the red lyrium, it just feels wrong. Like it's like it'll feel wrong to us as mages anyway.
The question is then, does it feel wrong?
Does it feel?
Am I getting the bad vibes?
Does it feel sinister?
As you sort of move your hand towards it, you hear a voice in the back of your head. Just, it's like something is getting. The more closer your hand gets to the gem, the closer this like quite cold breath gets to the back, closer to the back of your neck.
At this point, I'm going to smack your hand away from that and say, "Don't touch that. Do you know what it's been?"
Well, I wasn't going to touch it, but I certainly felt something creeping up on me, like the hairs on the back of my neck were going up.
It's probably more red lyrium, isn't it? Luckily, we got some of that gunpowder. So let's go back to the tree and bury it in that pile of gunpowder that's left. Assuming it didn't blow up. Probably would have heard it though if it had. Do all the graves have
A little red gem. Yeah.
Little red gem, or is it only this one that's emanating?
Well, you
Red.
can welcome to check.
Yeah, let's go
I
check.
can't check for magic, but
Let's
Yeah.
go. Ruth will go start checking.
Systematically, a bunch of us can just go down the lines.
Yeah, you check most of the rest of the graves. There's nothing else really magical in anything.
Okay.
Seems to be this one.
noted.
That's a bit of a relief then. Is there anything maybe
Counterpoint.
under?
What if, hypothetically, there's no one actually robbing the graves? They've just been opened, and people have just found open graves. Be zombies. If one of them died and had that thing on them, is kind of my train of thought.
I think I've been playing too much Baldur's Gate for my own good, because I'm here like, what can we cast on this gem to learn more? Like, but I don't think any of us have abilities like that.
Cast, rolling for lore or something, probably? Is that a stat?
I'm
could
trying to
roll
think
for-
for the
Do
lore.
you have law?
I'm sure law is a stat.
Or literacy at least, and
We definitely have literacy, and I'm sure we
Yeah,
have
I've got law. Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Let's roll for law then to see if there's. Can I identify anything more now that I've experienced the effects of this? I suppose.
Would a zombie have shed its
A little bit.
clothes though?
Don't really get
We did-
zombies. You get things like shambling corpses.
That sounds like a zombie to me.
Yeah, it's more or less a zombie, but they're
Got a 16.
A different flavour.
yeah. I actually need to double check.
You try and sort of work with the energy of the gem is putting out, and there is definitely something magical, and I guess probably it would be, for want of a better term, sinister. It does have a more sort of corruption vibe to you than anything else.
On that basis, are the Grey Warden powers tingling at the same time as the magic detection stuff?
No. It doesn't seem to be Darkspawn and creation.
Okay. purely magical corruption of some sort then.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's any better, really.
Can I do a can I check for demons?
Mm-hmm.
10.
You sort of glance over the gem and you go, huh. There's definitely a feeling. There's definitely a feeling there's something in the gem. Whether it's a demon or not, there's definitely something in the gem.
Is it maybe a?
Oh, is it? Does it maybe hold a piece of something?
If it's something that's been spread out, is this somehow one that got left behind and every one of these graves got a gem, and that spread the essence of something between all the bodies, possibly?
Because shambling corpses are possessed by a sloth demon. That's what gets
Do
them.
you think they'd just sort of sit down rather than, shamble around?
Maybe that's why they don't walk properly.
Oh, so much effort to use my
Yeah,
legs. God.
Exactly. So if it's part of something else, or if it's housing something, I just have Horcruxes in my head now.
That's a different trademark.
That's a different thing.
Yeah, I don't want to give her any money.
No. I'm just trying to think what other creatures they could be, like, part of. That can be split up into, like, multiple things. And I'm not 100% sure.
No clue. I'm
Um,
trying to think, like, with everything seemingly having been left for a long time, like the graves where they've been dug up, are they freshly dug up, or have they been like this for a long time?
You examine the grave site. They seem like they've been like this for a while.
okay. So it's not recent. It's not a recent thing. Hello, dog.
Yeah, these bodies could be anywhere by now.
They're probably long gone.
I might still be walking.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Can we note the location of this place on our map and then be like, circle it and be like, this needs to be investigated by someone with, like, better
brain.
skills than us. Well, no, it's
Someone who has a brain, please help.
Well, our detective skills have failed us. We've looked at what's here. I mean, I'm trying to think if there's anything else around town. I mean, we could look around the other houses.
I'm just thinking just take, if there's anything there that we can take, we'll just take.
And there might be some clues if we
Yeah,
can
there might be
find
more
a
clues
journal,
than
a ledger.
I suggest we toss the bag of valuables back into the grave, and probably destroy the red lyrium as well.
Yeah, I
Pretend
would
we
probably.
haven't been here. Report to seniors.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we'll have a look around the other houses. See, like Eden says, have a look, see if there's anything written down to give, like, a diary or something that can give us an idea of maybe what happened beforehand. And then probably just move on, because I'm not sure what else. And yeah, destroy that little gem.
What order are you doing these things in? Are you going to explore first, then destroy the gem, or destroy the gem then explore?
No, we'll probably explore first and then destroy the gem if we need to. We might get more information.
You explore around. Most of the houses you find are completely caked in this, as mentioned many times, this wondrous layer of dust.
Lear.
Yes. But as the only exception is when you open the blacksmith's house. The forge is still on and is still on fire.
That should be happening.
Okay. Is there like wood piled up to like feed the stove?
Nope.
No. Is it burning wood or is it a magical? It's burning.
It seems to be burning, but doesn't seem to be anything that it's burning, if you know what I mean.
Oh, so is it like a magical fire?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm going to detect magic.
Okay.
See where, if I can find where this is coming from. Where's my plus button? There we are. 10 again.
10 again. This dice board really likes doing the same number twice. Yes. So you look around with tech magic. You don't. Although you're sure your brain the fire must be magical. As you get closer to it, you notice the only other thing of any interest to you in the blacksmith house is this very comfortable looking bed in the back corner.
Okay. I'm going to look under the bed first.
Okay.
Is there anything under there?
You look under the bed. You see 4 or 5 bedrolls rolled up and stuffed underneath it.
I'm going to pull them out.
Okay. You pull them out and unroll them. 1 or 2 of them again seem to be full of random equipment items and stuff that seem to have been from random adventurers. Like sort of everyday kit, like some have boxes of flint and tinder and pipes and basically like personal effects, all sort of stuffed inside them.
I kind of feel that these are like packs from people that have came through here like us, in a way. And this is all their stuff. But then where are
Seems
their
likely.
bodies? And I'm like, money.
You call and you hear hello, I'm really sleepy for some reason. What is it you need?
Why do you feel sleep?
Oh,
Did you not
there was this really nice looking bed outside. I don't know why, I just maybe thought about having a lie down.
Manny, don't sleep.
But
Right?
what?
Please.
Don't sleep.
Come on.
Just
We gotta
not
go.
yet. Yeah, let's leave. Let's leave right now.
But doesn't it look comfortable? And he as you
It does
walk
look
outside, he points towards a bed that seems to have suddenly appeared in the middle of town.
Everybody in the cart.
Can I very loudly meow Winnie to get everyone to hurry up?
Oh yeah, you're
Yes.
still attached to the cart, aren't you?
Meow!
Okay. Are you still breaking that gem, or are you leaving it? What are you doing?
I think we should probably just leave it and go, because I have very demon vibes.
On a complete random whim, on the way out, can I throw the bundle with the gem in it into the magical fire?
Yes.
Nice plan. Nice
You
plan.
throw it into the fire, it crackles and fizzes, and after about 40-50 seconds you hear quite a loud sigh over your left shoulder.
Did anybody else hear that? Something was behind me.
Did we all feel that as well, or?
No.
No? Okay.
Are we currently in the cart running away as well?
I have just demon, like, we're gonna get jumped by demons.
Oh yeah, we'll all mount the cart as fast as possible then, I guess, with the intent of,
Okay.
yeah, cracking whip and seeing
Yes.
how fast we can go.
You mount the cart, and as you crack the whips and get out of dodge, you find yourself heading down, and as you look back, you see a single solitary figure standing and waving from the entrance to the Zip village.
Nope.
Demon!
Can I
Demon!
squint and make out any features?
They seem to have long flowing blonde hair. and they seem to be smiling.
Well, they didn't seem very upset about us leaving in a hurry like that.
Probably
In fact,
because
they
it
seem
doesn't
quite
need
happy.
to. If something moves slowly towards you, it means you can't get away. We keep going.
I've heard of similar stories of demons in the woods preying on travelers by supplying a camp and everything feeling comfortable and relaxed, and they lure you in, and then once you fall asleep, they devour you.
Long time since someone's devoured me, if you get what I mean. Sorry. Crass.
You're not just gonna look at Anna and go,
Is she canonically bi then?
just looking at her, just like
I have no comment.
did not expect that to come out of Anna's mouth at all. We're just surprised.
I'm getting blasé.
Not sure how to take that.
Well, look, you've only known me for like a month or so. Come on.
This is true, but
Yes, alright. Alright.
How? So we got rid of the gem, and we're just. Should we just leave a little sign saying "possible demon ahead" or something?
Maybe that's why there was a barricade.
Make it a bit more explicit than the sign we saw previously.
Yeah.
Wraith will write out some little disclaimers at the bottom in small fine print.
Haunted
Yes,
town,
yes.
move quickly past.
Avoid,
Yeah.
avoid haunted town.
As you carry on along the road, you eventually come to another barricade with a note on the door, with a note on the thing this time. And as you walk up and look at it, it literally just says, "Thank you for your custom."
We didn't buy anything. We. Ruth's gonna look suspiciously at the rum.
Yeah, throw that out.
Yeah, he's just gonna leave that at the side of the road. Yeah, not taking
I hope that makes up for it, but perhaps there's a lesson learned about pilfering illicit booze.
Yeah.
We're really going to attach a moral to this.
It's the end of the episode. We've got to attach a moral, you know. So as Manny speeds you round the barricade and off onto the road, again you look back and the blonde figure is again standing next to the bottles of rum, seeming to picking them up and looking at them and having a kind of reaction.
Yeah. Not
What else have we
trusting
taken? Did we take anything else?
it. We
I
took
don't think we
food.
did.
We took like some food and stuff, but I think the food will be fine.
No,
It was like dried stuff.
no, chuck that. Chuck it. No.
Ruth's quite sad. It's like, I did all of this work.
Junie gives you a very hard-eyed stare and says, "We have money." No.
I like how this is Junie
I
saying
know,
this.
I know, it's the switch.
Yeah,
They
some
really-
morality.
I know, Ruth's just like,
but that means we would have kept the money. I could have bought knives with the money.
I like to think Junie was standing there most of the time as a cat horse, puffed up, and just basically.
Oh,
I don't like it here.
Full on big tail. Alright.
Long, big, swishy tail that she can flick back and forth like a horse. With the horse snout, but the cat eyes and the ears.
So as Manny takes you off into the distance, we will wind up there for this week. Does anyone have anything they wish to add before we wind up?
Sorry, we ran past your story again.
That's alright.
I think we've probably came to the decision that we're probably going to head to Orzammar.
At the next turn off.
At the next turn off. Or at least.
I will remember that for future.
Because there's too many things that keep pointing to Orzammar.
Yes. Much as it might seem dangerous, it's the
As
only
it-
lead
yes.
we've got.
Yes. But yeah, it seems the more logical destination.
So if you'd like to follow us on any of our social media, there's all the stuff there, including our link to Mastodon now, which I've taken over from the Twitter because Jesus Christ, it's dead.
Yeah.
Apart from that, we need to do our affiliate links, which if you want money off places, we have money off at dndice.co.uk and gemhammer.com. Use Penance RPG, get money off. I think we've got another one, but I haven't actually asked Dragon what it is. Because I saw her link it at the end of her last one, and I really wish I'd paid attention. But yes, so yeah, that is that. Mr. Eden, are you doing any more streams anytime soon?
Clone Hero this Saturday, probably. 2:30 p.m. usual time.
Alright, well, there's the link to find Mr. Eden over at Monkey Magic Eden. As for ourselves, our next streams will be tomorrow night. I think I'm doing stuff. Are you busy tomorrow night, Ron?
Don't think so.
Okay, so I was going to say if you want to do Echo, we could do it tomorrow night, or we could do it in a future week. It's up to you.
Cool. Tomorrow works.
Cool. Just send me a message, let me know what time. Anytime basically after 7, I'm fine, but just let me know when it's good.
Day 7 then.
Cool. Alright, that's fine. So yeah, tomorrow will be me and Rowan doing Echo. Tuesday will be me, Tom and Zeph, and hopefully a Meow doing some Deep Rock, and then there'll be some indie horror afterwards. Thursday will be more indie horror. Friday will be me and Zeph doing something. I need to ask Zeph if he wants to do it. Probably will be Deep Rock, because it's usually the fallback game when it's just two of us. Because Mr. Tom's away doing walking.
I'm walking. It's true.
This Sunday will hopefully be more Dark Tide. Next Sunday coming. And then we'll have more things from there. So yeah, if you enjoy what we do, like us on Facebook, like us on Twitch. You get all the wonderful stuff there. Yeah, I'm still not good at this outro plug. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching along. We are going to find someone to raid out to. Which hopefully will be... Oh, Darren's on, which means Darren's back. Means he's been in Scotland and gone back home again, and he's not fucking got in touch with me the entire time he's been here, that dick. Anyway, we'll go raid Darren. You know I'm fucking joking, it's fine. Anyway, so, yeah. We will go raid Darren. You all have a great rest of your weekend. We will see you all next time. Till then, good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.